Good morning, boys and girls. Today is Tuesday. Unfortunately, schools were closed yesterday and we cannot be together. We have lots of things to learn, and so we can't stop learning. We have lots of things we need to work on and practice. We need to be great readers and great writers and great magicians. So don't give up. Keep working hard at home. Keep practicing your sight words in your Read Everyday folder. Keep reading your books in your Read Everyday folder and practice your spelling words. Don't give up and don't stop working at home just because schools were closed down. This was going to be our morning message this morning if we had been here together. So I want to share that with you. I need you to grab a pencil and a piece of paper if you have one at home. And when we're finished with the morning message, I need you to write some of the words that we are going to discuss in the message. Yesterday, we started talking about the floss rule. And if you remember the floss rule, we talked about words that end in L, F, Z, L, F, Z, or S, followed by a short vowel. You will double the consonant. So the floss rule is L, F, Z, or S, followed by a short vowel. You will double the consonant at the end of the word. Today, our morning message is heavy with floss rule words. We have possessive nouns and commas in a series. So your eyes need to be looking and your brain needs to be listening. And I hope you grabbed a piece of paper and a pencil so we can do this together. Okay, I'm going to try to scoot in a little bit more. Awesome. Okay, we're going to start at the top. And right now we're just going to listen, and then we will go back together and we will look for the floss rule words, and we'll talk about the possessive nouns and commas in a series. My dad's friend is named Bill. Bill has a well. The well has blue, clear, fresh water. Bill and my dad drink the fresh water from the well. They pull the water out of the well with a stiff dipper. They climbed the cliff to the well. They fell down the hill. Bill hit his skull on the way down the hill. Bill is ill. Bill will huff on his way home. Let's see if you can see that bottom sentence. He had a scuff on his head. So our characters obviously went to get a drink of water from the well. And unfortunately, it didn't turn out to be a good day for them. So Bill is the author's dad's friend. So my dad's friend is named Bill. So in that first sentence, we have two very important pieces of information that we've been talking about in class. You should know that an apostrophe S means ownership. Apostrophe, apostrophe, make a line up in the sky. Apostrophe, apostrophe, it means it's mine. So if you make a line in the sky, it means it's mine. It shows ownership. It shows possession. It belongs to you. So this is his dad's friend. So you should be looking and you should be reading this with me. My dad's friend is named Bill. Well, here is our floss rule. Bill. Bill is a short vowel word. Bill is a closed syllable, and it is followed by an L, so you double the consonant. So what I want you to do is I want you to get a piece of paper like me. And on your piece of paper, I want you to write on this side, skull, because it ends in an LL. And on this side, I want you to write stiff, because it ends in FF. And what we're going to do when we find the words in the morning message that have LL or FF for the floss rule, we're going to write them on the piece of paper. So we found the word Bill. So what we would do is we would write the word Bill under the word skull, because skull and Bill both have the LL. They both have the floss rule, which is doubling the consonant at the end of the word. So I'm going to give you just a second to make sure you have your pencil, your piece of paper, and you had a chance to write that down. Bill has a well. Again, we're going to, Bill, we've already wrote on our paper. You've already wrote that down. You do not have to write that again. Writing it one time is plenty. My dad's friend is named Bill. Bill has a whale. Whale would also go under LL because it is a floss rule and it ends in LL. So write that on your paper. The whale has blue, clear, fresh water. I just saw commas in a series because we had 3 items. The water is blue, clear, and fresh. And remember, when we have 3 items in a series, we need to separate those using commas. Bill and my dad drink the fresh water from the well. They pull the water out of the well with a stiff dipper. So I just heard 2 words we need to add to our morning message sheet. Pull. Pull will go under LL, and then stiff is our FF word. I'll give you just a second to get those down. They climbed the cliff to the well. They climbed the cliff. A cliff is a steep hill. So your paper should look like mine. And we are definitely finding lots of words with the floss rule. And well is also our floss rule. They fell down the hill. Oh, this is where the problem comes in. And I also need to add fell and hill to my list under LL. So you're going to do fell and hill. And this reminds me about a story about Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. This is kind of the same story, different characters. They fell down the hill. Bill hit his skull on the way down the hill. I hope you heard the word skull, and I hope you're adding that to your list. So our characters are Bill and his dad's friend, and they went to get a drink of water from a well, and they were using a dipper, kind of like a punch ladle, to scoop the water out of the well. In the process, they've had an accident, and they have fell down the cliff, and they have bumped their head, and he has hit his skull. Your skull protects your brain. Okay, so now Bill is ill. Ill is another word for sick. So you're going to want to add that to your list at the bottom, ill. Bill will huff on his way home because he is very upset that he has had an accident. So he was probably hoping for a fun day drinking the fresh blue water. Instead, he now has a bump on his head, and then huff will go under our FF side. He had a scuff on his head. A scuff is a bruise or a mark on his head. So your paper should look like mine. Let's read this together one more time. My dad's friend is named Bill. Bill has a well. The well has blue, clear, fresh water. Bill and my dad drink the fresh water from the well. They pull the water out of the well with a stiff dipper. They climbed the cliff to the well. They fell down the hill. Bill hit his skull on the way down the hill. Bill is ill. Bill will huff on his way home. He had a scuff on his head. I also have some words in this morning message that have inflected endings. Climbed is the word climb, and if you add ed to the end, the word becomes climbed. And we have talked about adding ed and ing to the end of words. So you might have heard those when you were listening. And named has an ed at the end up here as well. And I was trying to see if there were any more. I think that's it. If you see one and I don't see it. Okay. I hope you enjoyed our morning message for today, and we found lots of great things, lots of great important information floss rule, possessive nouns, remember they show ownership, and commas in a series, and there were even some inflected endings hiding in that morning message. I hope you got your paper, and I hope you had a chance to write down the words. Don't forget to study your spelling words, read your book in your Read Every Day folder, work on your sight words, and I hope to see you Monday, November 30th. Have a happy Thanksgiving, and I will be posting some more videos soon. Goodbye. Thanks for watching.